it was hit and miss. Some episodes were good, some episodes were bleh. It was just like, eh.
See, I think if I started watching Supernatural now, as well as rewatching the X-Files now, I think I would definitely lean more towards Supernatural, simply because when I did watch the X-Files, while I loved it, I am not a sci-fi person. I mean, I do love the idea of aliens and, you know, otherworldly things, but as I grew up, I kind of grew out of the sci-fi thing, and I'm definitely more into fantasy and or shows that have to deal with, like, you know, the occult and things of that nature, and Supernatural definitely seems to be more that alley.
Apparently, you caught Tim Wakefield's attention.
Yes, I see. Felicia Day, yes, she was in Supernatural. I wouldn't say she was a recurring character on cast, but she was in several episodes. Her name was Charlie.
It was almost kind of like a faith thing, I think. Like
kind of, yes.
In terms of, like, not the character per se, just the way the character appeared.
Yeah, the first episode she appeared in was so huge because it was during the time when the Guild came out. Huge. They ended up making a Funko Pop just of that character, and then they decided to bring her on a couple more times. So, yeah.
And then she became the geek goddess that she is.
Yeah. There's another one up there from Margaret.
Mm-hmm. What do we got?
What are your ideas for Halloween costumes this year?
Oh! Miss Foxy's waiting on my costume, that's for sure.
I don't know if I want you to wear it on Halloween, per se. Because if we go out that weekends leading up to it.
I might have to save that for when we go out the weekend then.
Yeah.
I gotta think of something else then.
Yeah. As far as actual Halloween is concerned, I said it last year, and I said it the year before that, and I said it the year before that. I want to be a pirate. And I'm gonna be a fucking pirate this year. I swear it.
I would have to, I gotta really consider in terms of Halloween. Since Foxy already put it out there, we might do an event. We're not going to mention what it is, but we might go to an event or something like that. But we go out to that, it's going to basically be mimicking James Keziah Delaney and everything like that. I was even thinking about getting the colloidal so I could do the scar on the eye and everything. I want to go to like full-fledged.
Yeah.
And get the hat, the coat as best as possible and everything.
Yeah. See, last year when we were the Negans, that was, like, seriously last minute.
Yeah, we needed something to toss together. And
and it was just like, we have everything for this character.
And it turned out to be rather... And people on social media, you guys loved it. Like, people were like, this is the coolest thing ever. Meet the Negans. And everything like that. So, it was fun. In terms of us going out, I'm going to do James Delaney when we go out to do the adult date thing. Because also, Halloween will be our 14th wedding anniversary.
Yep.
14 years married.
Yep.
Wow. That's all I can say to that. But in terms of actual Halloween costume, I don't know. I don't know.
I want to be a pirate.
There's not a lot of options for a bald guy.
It's Halloween. That part doesn't matter. That's more cosplay.
Yeah.
Margaret and Brad are going to a Halloween party. She's going as 1966
Nice. Nice. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down with that. I like that.
See, when it
the hell? And the Xbox just turned on its own. The hell?
See, the problem with Halloween is I gotta find Halloween costumes that I could walk in because, 3 kids trick-or-treating. Yep. That's why last year's costume was awesome. It was like, okay, combat boots and jeans, awesome.
I got this.
Exactly. You do gotta get costumes for the kids, though.
Yeah, they haven't made any real mentions of...
Jace has mentioned his Halloween costume since, like, June.
Oh.
He wants to be Nightmare Fredbear from Five Nights at Freddy's, but they don't make that costume. So he said, I have to get the Freddy Fazbear costume, and I gotta paint it black, and I gotta change the mask, so it's Nightmare Fredbear.
So you gotta do that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I gotta do it.
And being the super mom that you are, I know how you are, you're not gonna want to disappoint, you're gonna do it.
I already figured out how to do it in my head.
There you go. This makes you an awesome mommy.
I think. Jace, I think I might make him Mickey Mouse.
I saw Brad as Bray Wyatt. He looked great. He absolutely looked great.
Do you have any Halloween ideas?
I don't.
A movie theater usher, worker, person.
Not really. It's like...
Manager.
I work every freaking day. I don't have a life. I have time to do anything.
Yeah, they really got to give you a little bit more on the days off.
Anyway, do you have any other questions from anybody?
Not at the moment.
Keep them coming, folks. Keep them coming.
Again, there was something I wanted to bring up during the show, and I can't figure it out.
Gotta love when that happens. Anyway.
It was so crap. I can't fucking remember. It's gonna drive me insane.
Well, just keeping the conversations going. Last year was also the first year Miss Foxy saw in person a bulldog.
Oh god, yeah, on Halloween. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
She was the sweetest dog like ever.
And she wore a costume.
She had a tutu. She had a tutu on.
Yeah, she did.
She had the big jowls, but she was like the biggest sweetheart. She was so roly-poly, and she's coming trying to get in her face. She's like, come pet me, you love me, I like you.
Oh, that was the cutest fucking
She wanted to take Cole out of the stroller and put the dog in the stroller.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we got some.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, let's see. John. I thought Veronica always wanted to be Buffy. I wanted to dress like Buffy and I want to be Buffy. She has some awesome clothes. Alright, speaking of movie theater, has anyone seen Inhumans?
No.
I have not, but I haven't heard good things either. Again, we had mentioned it. I mentioned it earlier before. It literally scored a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes
The thing, I thought it was a TV show. How come it was in theaters?
because they were trying to hype it up.
Oh.
They were really, really trying to hype it up, and I think it failing the way it has. I don't see how well it's going to do once it hits the small screen. I mean, they're already talking about, obviously, a S.H.I.E.L.D. Inhumans crossover episode. I don't think it's going to be enough to save it.
The way it looks and, supposed reviews aside, because again, we don't pay attention to those things. It's just, I know I'm not going to give it a go because I never found the Inhumans interesting. And they didn't really do anything to pose them as interesting. The only really cool thing they got going on is Lockjaw.
Yeah. It's a bulldog.
Yeah.
It's a big, giant bulldog.
I mean, because at first glance, it doesn't look like anything that you'd watch.
Again, and the costumes look really cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It just looked very, very cheap.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry, Will. Inhumans was one of his favorite Marvel stories.
I'm sorry, but yeah, apparently it hasn't been testing very well at all.
See, but that also falls into the whole me and in like sci-fi space thing. It's just.
But
thing.
but in tracking it and following the articles, it didn't do well with test audiences.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't done well in terms of reviews or anything like that. Like, people just were not feeling it at all.
It's too rushed. It was just too rushed out there.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the... There was a question before that. What's the good Marvel comics these days? It's kind of hard to say. I know Marvel Legacy's coming up in about a month, or been going on. I don't know, like that. They got a big event going on.
The thing they have going, the Secret Empire.
The Secret Empire.
While met with a lot of fury,
mixed reviews. It got a mixed bag.
Yeah. While being on the fence with it all. I mean, put it this way. My one friend, Raven Gregory, comic book writer, he pushed through the first few and absolutely loved the twists and plot twists that are going on. You just gotta stick with things sometimes. But yeah, the Secret Empire has been paying off. And Legacy, which is also... Is that also the Marvel Generations as well?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like part of that.
Yeah.
John asks, what was the best of summer 2017? Can you elaborate that question?
I think just generally in our life.
In our life, or nerddom? Or moviedom, or whatever. Like, that's... Elaborate a little bit more on that, John, and we'll try to answer that for you. Let's see, we got anything else here?
Can't wait to see how the Runaways fare. Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been much...
Runaways, I mean, fingers crossed. It's good because, I mean, the book wasn't terrible. Because I saw a thingy on Facebook, look-wise, it doesn't look so bad.
That's good. I know with the Marvel, the Phoenix thing, they've gotten somebody potentially to be Dazzler for that. They've gotten some characters. I know Maisie Williams is supposed to be doing Wolf's Bane and everything as well. So that's all I really know about that at the moment. 2017, summer 2017 in life. Okay. In life, I seeing Seth do what he's been doing with for me, the jiu-jitsu and the boxing. Not so much in terms of his technical prowess and abilities, but just how much he's enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And how much it really opened him up a little bit out of his shell and comfort zone, which is translated over to school apparently, which is what we wanted.
Exactly.
So that's definitely been the highlight of summer for me. And then you telling me how he was today and everything like that, when you just picking him up and he didn't see you, and his interactions with, because he was never like that before. So that makes me happy right there. Makes the summer absolutely worth it with what we did for him in there.
What about you?
Not much. The only thing that big happened for me this year of summer was when we went to MSG and I got handpicked by Byron Saxton. I was on the Titantron.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was insane. That was
Yeah.
actually really funny. Like, for the first time we went to the event, you weren't like a row behind us, whatever. You were like completely in a different section, and we look up and we're like, and Seth, it's Uncle Chris. I says, he goes, what? I said, oh my God. He said,
I saw it on Facebook. Danielle screen captured. I'm like, holy shit.
that was
awesome.
actually pretty damn awesome. That was
Yeah.
really awesome.
You can probably guess what mine is.
Oh, the Salem trip. Absolutely.
Mommy's first vacation. My small weekend trip to Salem, which I've always wanted to do, and be immersed in the history of the town, and it was the most amazing experience I've ever had, and I cannot wait to go again and to take you, and oh my God. Yes, definitely.
My other highlight for 2017 was actually last weekend, holiday weekend, where Miss Foxy treated me.
I took him shopping.
That was awesome. I got taken shopping. She's like, honey, I'm taking you shopping. Took me shopping. She got me clothes and big old toolbox that I needed for work and everything like that. Shoot. I bragged about it when I went to work on Tuesday. I said, how was your holiday weekend? My wife took me shopping. It was the greatest thing ever. I can't remember the last time anyone took me shopping. I think it was my dad when he took me back to school shopping in grade school. It was the last time somebody took me shopping. That was spectacular. I was like a kid in Toys R Us that day.
I know.
I really was.
I know. It was so cute to see.
And on top of that, I was, for the first time in like years, I was successful. I got everything I was looking for. And more.
Yeah.
It was great. Anyway, people are laughing at me
I
because he
know.
took me shopping. Alright, continuing on.
When did we get to the point where there is so much criticism in multiplayer games that people feel the need to tell others how to play? Oof.
Sadly, it's everything, though. I really don't do the multiplayer thing. Again, I'm not knocking anybody that does it. Like last weekend, on because it's free, sort of. Because every time they tell you the game is free, it's like, well, you want to get the cool shit, you got to pay. That's down to phone app games, anything that they say is free. But I downloaded Neverwinter. I'm an original Dungeons and Dragons buff, as a majority of us are, because we grew up playing it in one form or another. And I've been enjoying it, but someone tried to invite me to play it, and it's like, it's not my thing. I don't need somebody, like that was just mentioned. I don't need somebody yelling at me because of the way I'm playing, or yelling at me because I'm not doing what they want to do.
Flankency!
Or whatever, the case may be. I would rather just... There's no other words to use this, so easy, Miss Immature over there. You know what I'm going to say. I would rather just play by myself, or play with myself. She couldn't help herself. It's just... And that's with anything. It's like, why are you going to tell me how to like something? Or why are you going to tell me I don't understand something? Everything is perception. Mm-hmm. There's people that don't like the original Star Wars trilogy. You can't bash them for that. There's people that like Star Trek over Star Wars. It's a matter of preference. Multiplayer games are really not my thing. And kind of like first-person shooters also are not my thing. Like this, it has to be something really, 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 really intriguing for me to go the first-person shooter route. And again, the fact that I downloaded Neverwinter was even a surprise even to myself, but I wanted something to fill that Game of Thrones void in some manner. I do love the whole fantasy stuff as well, and everything like that. Not as... I like the sci-fi portion as well as the fantasy portion, whereas Miss Foxy is more fantasy. I would say with a little bit more sci-fi if it's good enough. Like Star Wars and Mass Effect. But... I just don't know where this whole holier-than-thou attitude has come about with anything.
I know.
with book reading, comic book reading,